Good afternoon. My name's Adam Antu. Hey, we're just kind of sitting and chatting for a little bit. I'm still working out a couple kinks on trying to go live on YouTube, trying to go live on TikTok, trying to make sure everything works properly. Um, kind of new at this, so I'm still getting used to everything. Still learning how OBS works, still learning how YouTube Live works, still learning, doing some research on some copyright. It's becoming a little bit more of a process than I thought. Last month was mainly just a plan. I planned basically all December. Kind of got more of the equipment, more or less, but now that I'm starting to, I'm realizing that I have to do a little bit more to get into it. But not a big deal because I can just do pre-recording. I definitely want to go live because I can interact more and hear people's thoughts out more than just kind of talking here, essentially talking to myself, right? I can always read comments later, but that's not always the same. Sorry, I'm also setting up my desk here. I got these little stickers that I'm kind of just putting up as I kind of go along. Um, but I don't have that much to talk about. Um, I don't have that much to talk about. The couple things that I wanted to hit on and I wanted to talk about was maybe some playoff predictions that are coming out. Um, Possibly Miami's possibly going to take it for the national championship. I want to talk about that a little bit. And then I watched the OKC versus San Antonio Spurs last night. Very fun game until the third quarter hit. But I being online and looking at some of the comment sections on clips on TikTok and Facebook, it's kind of funny on both sides. On San Antonio side and OKC, mainly on OKC. I've seen a couple Spurs fans say a couple things that didn't quite make sense. But I get it, right? It's turning into a rivalry, and it's becoming, anytime we end up playing each other, it turns into a battle, with Wimby. Wimby, I don't understand Wimby. If Wimby could play every single team like he plays OKC, he would be unstoppable. It just seems like he brings some more intensity to it when he plays OKC. And as soon as he catches the ball and he sees Holmgren on him, he turns into an animal. Man? Why can't you do that against everybody? You'd be unstoppable. And I get it. I mean, you can't do that every play and every second because it's hard, right? I mean, you're getting all these notifications. You're, I guess I'm a popular guy today. Let me try to mute these real quick. Do not disturb. It is hard. It's hard to do that every single play of every second, especially when you're on a minutes restriction. You're still trying to get healthy. But man, bro, if you could do that for one quarter, the fourth quarter, every time you played, man, we would beat anybody and everybody. Granted, we didn't beat them last night, which is funny. Watching at the end of the game, the OKC fans were going absolutely crazy, which I get. They haven't beaten the San Antonio Spurs, and everybody's talking about them being, the Spurs is OKC's kryptonite, which is, I think, still a thing. Here, excuse me, I'm going to open this real quick. Which I definitely still think that San Antonio matches up best with OKC. It's just now I'm getting notifications everywhere. Um, I don't know, man. Like it's a fun little matchup that we got going on, and it's definitely a rivalry now. Um, and watching the post game, it seemed like they just won a playoff game, and it was a playoff atmosphere last night. And if the San Antonio Spurs see the Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs, it's going to be a very fun matchup, and the atmosphere for both sides is going to be very, very fun. We play them again next month in February. So if the Spurs pull that one out, they did a gentleman's sweep. Technically, right? They've beaten them three. They would have beaten them four times, and they've only lost once. Does that happen in the playoffs? I don't know. I don't know how much planning goes into this when you know planning against Wimby, right? What is Oklahoma City Thunder going to do specifically to stop Wimby? You want De'Aaron Fox to beat the Spurs. You don't want Castle to get hot. You don't want. I mean, it's just Castle and Wimby, honestly. So you want, if anybody's going to beat you, it's going to be De'Aaron Fox because he's icy hot, right? He's either cold or he's very hot. He doesn't bring a lot of consistency, um, which I wanted him to. I wanted him to bring a little bit more consistency to the Spurs. Um, I'm still happy we have him. I think we still stole him, but it's still not as consistent as I thought it was going to be. I really thought he was going to elevate it a little bit more, and I'm very happy that we have Dylan Harper because he's going to continue to develop, and him being under. Let me see if I can lower this. Does this go lower? No, I guess it doesn't. Oh, I guess it doesn't. Dang. Dylan Harper, man, he's hit a little bit of a wall. He's hit like I guess like a rookie wall. And he hasn't his don't get me wrong, from game one till now, his game has grown, but it hasn't grown enough to be like rookie of the year. I thought it was going to grow a little bit more. I thought his ceiling for a rookie was going to be a little bit higher. I think he's still going to be able to elevate his game a little bit more by the end of the year. Excuse me. I'm still trying to wake up. It's like I'm a little congested. I'm a little congested. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. But it's his ceiling is a lot higher than what he's going to be in pro, right? I think it's higher than De'Aaron Fox. I think he's going to be better than Fox at this. Where Fox is year 10, year 11. I think Dylan Harper at year 10 or 11 is going to be better than De'Aaron Fox. Um, but just looking at it, he hit a wall, and where do you go from here? He's how do you get him over that hump? How do you get him over the wall? I definitely wish. Um, what's his name? That was Chris Paul. I wish Chris Paul was here with Dylan Harper. I think if he had a year with him, that would have been really nice. Granted, he has De'Aaron Fox now, so hopefully he's learning under De'Aaron. I think Fox has probably another 2, 3 more years with the Spurs before Harper completely takes it over. Unless Harper in year 2 completely, goes out and has a huge Stephon Castle jump, then maybe we'll get rid of Fox sooner rather than later, because we really don't need him, right? Especially with the money we're going to be paying him for the salary. So, yeah, it's Dylan Harper. He's hit a wall, and that's kind of concerning. But that's okay. He's young. He's 19. He's going to continue to grow and improve. Ooh, the Miami Dolphin one. I like this. Quinn Ewers, Texas Longhorn. Hey, give him a chance, man. Give Ewers a chance. He might shock you. I don't know if he's going to be a starter in this league, but he might shock you and steal you a couple games if you give him a chance. I mean, who knows? Look at Brock Purdy. Okay, let's put that right. Oh, yeah, right. Actually, yeah, we'll just do it there. It looks nice there. Yeah, it's fine. I'm trying to cover this entire desk with just nothing but stickers. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of baseball ones. These are baseball. These are baseball. So we have two different baseball ones. We have two different NFL ones. But the NFL ones are pretty much on there. We have these left of NFL, and then basketball, NBA. Put the NBA one on there. I wanted all the teams instead of just having like the Dallas Cowboys, the Spurs, the Longhorns. I kind of wanted everything. Speaking of which, I definitely need to get more background. I like the flag there. My Marine Corps stuff that can stay. I need more like diversity. And when I say diversity, I mean I definitely want. I'm looking at the screen. I definitely want more Spurs, Longhorn stuff. Give me the Rangers up there. We already have plenty of Dallas stuff. I mean, we have the back here. We have the football helmets. Excuse the mess. Golly, that's where I'm putting all the trash for the stickers in that hat. But we got because we got the Cowboys flag, and then we got two Cowboy footballs, and we have all the helmets for the NFC and AFC. We just need to pump it up a little more. You know, I mean, we have a lot of different decorations here that we have for the Cowboys that is just they're in the room, not on screen because it's just too much. I don't want too much Cowboys. I'm wearing the Cowboys sweater, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I mean, sorry, get off a little topic. Just man, the Spurs, man, y'all. I think you're still a year or two away. You're gonna win a playoff game. Um, I think I said in the past in one of my other episodes, and I said I don't want to see Oklahoma City Thunder in the first round. That's still true. But if we see them in the second round, I would feel more comfortable, and here's why. Um, the fatigue starts to set in. If the Spurs win a playoff game, they're getting momentum and confidence. The Spurs are doing what they're doing right now has, they're really showing like, they're going above and beyond what they were expected to do. So, them getting a confidence, a playoff experience, win or series under their belt, and then they go in to play OKC. That's gonna be a great matchup. And if they steal one in OKC, and it's 1-1, and they come back to San Antonio, good luck. Yeah, those OKC, man, those Thunder fans, they're rowdy. They are rowdy, but I don't think y'all remember what the San Antonio Spurs fans were like back in the Manu and Timmy days, man. I really don't think y'all remember too much because that arena was exploding. It was exploding. One of the funny things I saw after the game was watching SGA's interview, and I kind of laughed when he said, we, they beat us three times already in a short span, and we finally beat them. But that's okay. This is not. He said this. That's okay. That's all right. What was a quote? That's fine. He said he kind of shrugged it off and said, this is just another game. It's just not our Super Bowl. And honestly, before he said that, I wasn't even thinking of it that way. I was thinking this is a competitive game and a potential preview of the playoff run. So I really was not even thinking of the Super Bowl and how how big this game was until you said it, bro. So now I'll have me thinking, was this really like y'all Super Bowl? Did y'all really like step up and play a little bit harder just because it was the Spurs, or did you really treat it like it was any other game? Because the comment section online, I know the fans, at least for the fans, this was y'all Super Bowl. Because the last month and a half online, OKC, y'all Thunder fans, y'all been very, very quiet. I haven't heard anything from you guys. Y'all, no crap talking. Nobody's been aggressively commenting like I'm seeing now. But all of a sudden I'm seeing a lot of shaming Wimby and Castle online. I'm like, dang man, like where did y'all even come from? I don't know. I haven't seen y'all guys in a while. And let's be honest, man, like yeah, those refs, I don't understand. Yeah, we got to be a little bit more consistent. We have to be more consistent with these calls. If we're gonna call him, we're gonna call him, and that's on both sides. If we're gonna call him, we're gonna call him. I'm cool with it, but let's be consistent about it. And I mean across all games. We know that Oklahoma City they're gonna foul. That's what they do. They love to throw elbows. They love to push, and sometimes the refs don't call it, and that is okay. But let's be consistent about it. Please let's just be consistent about it. Um, so I mean that's the only thing I would say. Let's just be all consistent about it. Um, oh. I heard somebody walking. Heard somebody talking. I think it was my daughter. That's probably she didn't walk in. Um. Anywho, no, I lost my train of thought here. So, consistency, right? Consistency from the refs. Let's just be consistent all across the board, and how we do things and how we run it. And I think that'll be fine. I mean, I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad. I mean, OKC does play hard. People say they play dirty. I guess they do. They throw a lot of elbows, but it's basketball. I'd rather see that than people flopping all over the place like LeBron and people getting calls just because you're a superstar. I don't like that. Like it pisses me off that every time Stephon Castle goes to the basket, if he's touched or not touched, he looks at the ref and puts his hands up. Like, come on, man. Like, who cares? Just play. Put your head down and go. Put your head down and go. Uh, Fouls are fouls. I hate fouls. I hate that they dictate the game sometimes. Where's the head coach going? Hopefully not to the Giants. It's the last thing we need. Let's see. Here we go. So I think that's all we have for the Spurs. You know, it's going to be a battle. I mean, all respect to them. I love playing OKC. I love the environment. Um, I think OKC better get their dynasty rolling and try to get their two in a row now, because next year the Spurs are going to be a problem for them. Um, I really do. I think they're going to be a problem for them. I think they're going to be better than this year. I think Harper's going to be better. Castle's going to be better. And if Wimby can stay healthy, this team's going to be good. You know, and that's the big thing, right? Is Wimby going to be healthy? I don't think Wimby has an injury issue. I think he's very over exaggerate when he hits the ground. Because he wants to call. I think he is a flopper. I think he does do that a lot. Um, he's not as bad as like let's say LeBron, Luke, or SGA, but he's getting to that point where he's flopping a lot. I don't like that. Put your head down, man. If you put your head down, who cares? They call it. They call it. I mean, get to the line. You know, by all means, you know, there's one thing I will respect about the OKC. It is, hey, if you can get to the line, get to the line, man. Those are free points. You know, if refs are calling them, they're calling them. So I mean, oh, speaking of them, where are they gonna go? I guess I'll put them. Ooh, I kind of want them in front and center. Such a cool like. Mm, yeah, it looks good right there. So no, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. Let's look. You know, this is such a casual little episode today, and I'm kind of liking the casualness of it. And it doesn't feel so forced. And that's kind of why I can't wait to go live. You know, once I get all this crap sorted out, I can't wait to go live because it's just hanging out. We're just talking, seeing what's up. It'll be so official. Um, I'm looking up the NFL, the schedule, or I should say the playoff games, the divisional rounds. Whoo, yeah. We got Saturday. Yeah, it's the first game we kick off. Ooh, like which one game? No, we have two games on Saturday. Oh my gosh. See, in this I love playoffs. The playoffs are so fun because it's like, it's great teams. And I sometimes, the wild card can be iffy. Um, when I saw the Panthers in there, I was like, oh god, it's gonna be such a boring game. And it wasn't though. It really wasn't. It goes to show you that the NFL is not like college. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. I was rooting for the Jacksonville Jaguars though. Dude, Trevor Lawrence, bro. Well, I don't know, man. It's Trevor Lawrence and CJ Stroud. I okay. Trevor Lawrence played okay until the end of the game, dude. You don't throw an interception on that. Throw a little check down. It's give just take what the defense gives you. Um, I was so disappointed in that. They did a good job though. I hope to see him in the playoffs again. That was fun to see them ride it. CJ Stroud, um, he went from having a bull on the side of his helmet to looking like he has a star on the side of his helmet. He looked like Tony Romo and Dak Prescott in the playoffs. Um, if he just had a decent defense, they would have lost that game. He is lucky he has an elite defense. CJ Stroud did not want to win that game, and they did not win because of him. That was terrible, terrible performance. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna, because the Patriots aren't gonna let that one go, bro. They play the Patriots, and the Patriots they're gonna capitalize on your little fumbles that you're having. So that's gonna be fun. Let's do some predictions though. Bills versus Broncos. Broncos had their first round bye. It's in Denver, which I say it's in Denver, but that's in Mile High. They're coming from Buffalo, so it would have made more of a difference if maybe like the Rams were playing in Denver, which they wouldn't because they're in the NFC side either way. Huh. Um, do I bet against Josh Allen? Do I bet against Josh Allen? That's such some risky stuff. And what's funny is that as bad as Josh Allen's been at times, it shows you how good of a player he is because you don't want to bet against him. You don't want to bet against him, so it really shows how good of a player he is. Let's see. We only got a couple more stickers here. We have three more basketball stickers. I'm gonna go with give me the Bills, man. I just can't. I can't. As much as I want to, everything in my mind is telling me to pick the Broncos. They're the number one seed for a reason. They got an experienced head coach. And then I just think about Josh Allen in Denver. It's a 3:30 game. I got Bills. Give me Bills on that. And then what's the point spread on the Bills? Let's look that up real quick. I want to see. Let's look up the Vegas point spread. They're a favorite. Oh my gosh. What? Look, when does that even happen? How? And that goes to show you. Let's look up the entire Vegas point spread. Let's see the money line, point spread. Okay, on here they're not the favorite. I'm so confused now. Bet MGM. Let's see what they got here. Oh, of course they're gonna ask me for my state. I don't know. I don't even know. Buffalo Bills as 1.5 point road favorites. See that doesn't make sense. But when I go to yeah, no, Vegas Insider. Okay, yeah, they are definitely the favorites by 1.5. By 1.5 points. I'm taking that. I'm taking the Bills favored by 1.5. I'll take it. I'll take it. That really goes to show you how much everybody respects Josh Allen for him to be a 1.5 favorite coming in as a wild card team. They didn't even win their division. So yeah, we'll go Bills. Beats the Broncos to go to the AFC Championship. That is crazy. I that is absolutely wild. I was not expecting that. I thought they were gonna be underdogs by I don't know by a 2 points, maybe a point and a half, kind of like that. Maybe a point and a half, but they were the underdogs. I did not expect them to be favorites. Then we have the Saturday night game, which is going to be the 49ers, right? Yeah, 49ers versus Seattle. That's going to be a good one. Who do you got? 49ers versus Seattle. If the 49ers play the way they played against the Eagles, they're not going to win that game. The Eagles had every opportunity to win that game. The 49ers were not playing good at all. At all. Give me Seattle to win that. I don't like the 49ers anymore. I like them going into the playoffs. George Kittle was hurt. That's not the main reason why I'm not picking them. It's just the way they played that game. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I would get as far away from betting on them as possible. Give me Seattle. Um, I'm not taking the point spread just because they're two division, foes fighting it out. Can't do it. And then you got Texans and Patriots. Give me Patriots because CJ Stroud, from what it looks like, has a star on his helmet when it comes to the playoffs. Uh, and I think everybody's already saying that CJ Stroud has more playoff wins than Dak Prescott. That's funny. Um, that is actually super funny. You are what your record says you are, Dak. Um, but CJ, you're very lucky to have that record, considering what I just saw yesterday. So we'll see what happens. I don't think you're gonna win. You're not gonna win against the Patriots. Um, Rams and Bears. That's gonna be a fun one. But I am a hardcore um, Bears fan right now. I can't. I just love Caleb Williams. He's so fun to watch. I think he's a really good player. I think when it's time to get the job done, he gets the job done. He's so clutch. If he can just bring that how he is in a fourth quarter, if he brings that he okay. What the hell? How do I say this? If he plays like he does in a fourth quarter, the entire game, first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter, shoot, man, that's a hard team to beat. That's a really hard team to beat. Those are my predictions for the NFL. I'm sticking with my prediction for Miami to go all the way and winning the Natty. I liked them when they entered the playoffs, and I'm gonna have to stick with them. So I'm writing them out. Miami's gonna win that Natty on Monday, but I think that's pretty much it. We covered a little bit of the Spurs and the NFL. Quick little touch up on the Natty, but hey, that's all. That's gonna be it for now, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, Adam Antude, Lone Star Sports Talk.